Chris Green here, your Practice Launchpad team. Today I want to talk about supply organization. So you've all heard us talk about tip-out bins. This is our tip-out bin setup. Okay, we have the tinier bins, medium and large for bigger items. Okay, and then we kind of just label with the label maker what goes in there. An additional step you could do is on things that kind of fill up, you could put like a red line. So when you get below that line, your team knows that we need to order that item. But the great thing about this is you can see what you have right away. As far as our order list, it's how we track when we're low on something too. Somebody starts to run out of something, they put it on the order list, and our girl Sally, who manages all the supply ordering, knows what she has to order, okay? And she's on a budget, which we talk about in the document vault. Another little tip, these little things here for the sensor holders, they're a really good way to keep your cords straight and organized. You could get, they're 3D printed, they're a couple bucks, you could find them on eBay. They're great. Another thing, we use these cords on the sensors are usually not long enough to plug from the computer to the patient's mouth in the chair. So this is just a 3-foot USB extender with some electrical tape, and that works very nicely so we get the length that we need there. We talked earlier about the open shelving concept. Let's walk over here into additional storage, okay? So in here, more open shelving for, you know, gloves, toothpaste, toothbrushes, gauze, all those things, and each section is labeled and then has its own space. So we just use painter's tape. So this is for impression material, for example, that lives here, okay? Dappen dishes live here. I like containers to stay organized, but you get the point. This is a great way to stay organized. Distilled water, people talk about, do I need a distilled water machine that makes distilled water? I don't know. I've just stuck with the gallons where you get them from the dollar store. There's arguments both ways. Honestly, I think either way works fine. Let's go into the lab now. More storage up here. These are just empty lab boxes, and then how we track our lab cases, there's a whole system for it that we could share with you. But basically, like, this is the green stickies are Dr. Green's cases. Blue is Dr. Andre, yellow Dr. Stefan. And then when the lab cases come in, they have a whole process for checking them into open dental and everything like that. But pretty basic setup. We do prelims for temporaries. So we save the patient's prelim there in case they broke a temporary, and then we toss them when we deliver the crown. You have your lathe. We talk about saving money on the vacuum form, the lathe, the lab handpiece, obviously, model trimmer, pouring up models over here. Let's see. Down here, these things are great for impression trays, just small, medium, large. Up here is just overflow items, boxes, bubble wrap, things like that. Under here, you're gonna have what's called a plaster trap. It's like $100, but the plumber will install that, and that's so the stone, when people are mixing, doesn't get down your sink. You know, you want to control the amount of stone that goes down anyway, otherwise you're gonna have an issue. But that trap is a good thing to have, and it's almost mandatory. Let's see what else we have. Oh, these are sweet. You get these from IKEA. That just basically, it's like for the kitchen section, or you get them on Amazon, and you have the magnet there. You've probably seen that before. Really nice way to go. Then down here, we have plaster and stone, okay? These are heavier duty drawers. So if you just went with something cheap, it's not gonna work. So your architect will have to tell the mill worker, we need heavier hinges and stuff so that this doesn't break, okay? So these are just heavy duty drawers for stone, and then just some more organization down here. I guess they hide the vibrator. That's $50 off eBay. Actually, that's a Henry Schein one. I think it's a backup one, but the eBay one lasted a couple years. This is great for a hot water bath. They're like 20, $30 on Amazon for denture work. Okay, thanks guys. Catch you on the next video.